I just want to say, I want to thank Mr. Reverend Heath and Tom for getting me in this program and my family for letting me know this program. Before I got to this program, I was in like a bad space, lost my house, car, everything. I was lost, and I went to church that Sunday, and my cousin called me later on that day, told me about this program, and I called Reverend Heath. And ever since then, I've been a better person for myself and the people that love you and everything. I just want to thank God, Reverend Heath, and all my family and friends for sticking by me and never giving up on me.
I'm the youngest out of all of them. My name is Kenneth, by the way. I want to thank Reverend Heath for it. It wasn't about the grass or the lawn business program. It was, I really developed a brotherhood with these other 5 people. Although we're missing a few. I really developed a brotherhood with them. I could depend on them anytime I'm down or out or anything. We make each other laugh. We had great memories all the time. I really am thinking about coming back and building a company with them one day. From our neighborhood, seeing drugs, violence, and stuff, this is really a good place to get out of all that and just come here. The ropes about a business and everything. So I want to thank Reverend Heath and Tom for spending some time out their day to help us.
My name is Alex. First of all, I just want to thank the Meads for allowing us to use their place of business to meet. And I want to give a special thanks to Reverend Heath and Tom for this opportunity. They taught me a lot. It was more than just grass cutting. They taught me the ropes of coming up in the real world, being a black man. Life is hard, and there's many obstacles you're going to face, the barriers. But if you just focus on your goals, stick through, apply yourself, you can accomplish anything you want. I learned a lot here. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn, and just thankful for everything. I'm just going to touch up on a little bit about what I learned at the program. We basically learned about entrepreneurship and how to build a company up from the ground, starting out with a foundation. You have to have a stable foundation in order to keep it running, to build it up, to get it started, basically. We learned how to network and use our resources, meet with people. We set goals and we set steps in order to achieve long-term goals as far as and short-term goals. And we really looked at our values and our morals, and that allowed us to see past our barriers and obstacles that get in our way. And they really helped us achieve anything that we want to achieve. That's it.
Hi, my name is Diamante. First and foremost, I want to thank God because, in all honesty, I wasn't even going to come to this program, but last minute, Minister Heath called my mom, and you know how that goes. So I started coming to the program, and at first I didn't really like it, but I grew, and I realized that I could actually learn from it, and I'm thankful for the opportunity and the opportunity that it's going to bring in the future.
want to give thanks to God and to Reverend Heath and Tom. You know, they have showed us a lot, you know, and where I come from, I done came from a long ways, you know. I was in the streets, you know, selling drugs, you know. I wasn't so good at school all the time, you know. My parents didn't show me the way, you know, they didn't have their minds on all the way right. But it took for me, you know, to open my eyes and realize, will I be a statistic out here in the streets, or will I be something or someone in life? And I know I can be somebody in life, and I want to be somebody in life. And I strive every day. And I have a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Savannah. She's sitting over there, and I give thanks out to my uncle, Reverend Robinson, too. You know, without him and my pastor Tyler, you know, I went to church. They told me about the program. I came and spoke to Reverend Heath on Monday, and he accepted me into the program. You know, I came a little late, but I came and I did what I had to do, and here I am now. And I feel proud of myself that I don't have to be in the streets selling drugs to make an honest dollar. All I was getting out of that was I had friends that wanted to smoke, do this and that, but I realized that's not the route I want to take anymore. And I have to move forward. You know, I let those people go. And a lot of doors opened up for me, and a lot of new people that came into my life. And I thank God for that. And I want to continue to push forward. And I look back on my old ways. And I'm really proud of myself. I want to make a change. I do that for my
If these stories don't touch your heart, I don't know what it is or what it will take. You know, I want so much for our community, for these young men, and I'm willing to pay the cost. I'm willing to do the work. I have just a little bit of a vision, and I've shared it with some, and I would like very much to put all 7 of these young men to work for the summer. All 7. Won't cost that much money, but to be able to do that, we need some help. We need some help. We need some resources. Many of you that are sitting here right now, when you came up, there was a summer job program for you. There was other programs that you could get into. Not saying that there is none of those now, but they are far few in between. But I just want you to pray for me, for this ministry, for these guys, and for this work. Because this is what it's going to take. We can't just keep telling them. We have to show them. We have to provide the opportunity for them. If we want them to come from off the street, let's show them a way. Let's show them that there's another opportunity to do this in the areas. But most and foremost, we must also let them know that they can't just depend on themselves or others, but there's somebody that they got to depend on. And that's the man upstairs. It's our Lord and Savior, Jesus. So I'm gonna stop before I start preaching. We talked a little bit about our program. Talked a little bit about how the guys did with the class and the classroom training. They also went out and they learned how to operate. We got some slides, and we're going to show you that some of the work that they did. it's great, guys. You guys have done a great thing. And this is only the beginning. Only the beginning. I'm going to try to speed this up just a little bit here. I'm going to invite Tom back up just for a minute to maybe give a little bit of perspective on the program or what he might think of the program.
All right. For the most part, my perspective is, it's just rewarding for me to see these guys come in the program and to see them where I can see them at now. Usually when I go to work every day, I usually see them on the other side. And these are kids who are, they're smarter with the electronics, with the cell phones and all of that stuff. They're extremely smart with all of that stuff. But they're weaker when it comes with whatever life has to handle them. So the life will throw some things at them, and we're starting to see a lot of the kids that come to the hospital that are struggling with life. And that's really what I'm glad to see on this side, to be on the other side so we can catch them prior to anything happening, see if we can work on this side. So I'm extremely proud to be a participant in this and kind of see these guys early in this stage. That's pretty much it.
Thank you, Tom. I'm going to go ahead and put this out here where I got a chance. The mayor's here. And, I'm going to put this out here. But for $20,000, I would be able to put all 7 of those young men to work for 3 months of the summer for 24 hours a week. That would be 6 days a week. I'm sorry, that would be 6 hours a day for 4 days a week. And we will be able to do that with them. Not just putting that on you, Mr. Mayor, but I just wanted to throw that out there, because we got a lot of people in here, and we do have a donation box around here somewhere. All right. But I will be down to the city. All right. I'm going to. I missed my mom. My mom, stand up, please, Mom. This is my mother, y'all. Give her a hand. A lot of my family is here. Most of my family, if you were here, would y'all stand up, family? Wave your hand. Something. Amen. And many of them are back there in the kitchen getting the grub ready. We're going to eat in a minute, y'all. All right. I also want to, there was a Minister Geneva Range in here. Oh, is she still here? Dale, your mom still here? Okay, I wanted to acknowledge her. But I want to call Dale up at this time. I wanted to have a couple of words. Come on up, Dale Evans. And I definitely want to thank Julia. Give Julia Alexander a hand, please. He came and hollered at the crew.
Thank you. You know, what a great night tonight. And what tonight shows me is that it takes men to raise our boys. You see what I'm saying? A program like this can take, let's take the salary of one police officer. Think about that. The salary of one police officer could serve twice as many kids that are here now today. And cut that problems out that's going on in the street. It's going to take a man that look like them to let them know. Men who have been where they are. Reverend Heath wasn't always Reverend Heath. School board member Dale Evans wasn't always school board member Dale Evans. See, we hadn't forgot where we came from, and when we share those stories with these young men, they know that there's other people who've been where you are, and there's a better way. And now you all have had an opportunity to see it. There's so much more that you can do, be, and have, not only for your family and yourselves, but for our community. We need you all to survive. We need you all to win, to know that the stories that you've been told about who you are and who you should be is not the truth. You all have greatness in you. You can do whatever you think and will believe to make happen. My hope is that you all will become those entrepreneurs, because there's a ton of felons out here who can't get a job. If we don't give it to them, we have to have a heart of hope and know that we can do more, be more, and have more. If we come together, work together, and just make it happen, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But know that we're tougher than the challenges are that face us. My mother had to leave early. She's an old fighter from way back. You know, somebody who stood up for folks, somebody who had 3 bad boys. I ain't talking about good boys. I'm talking about bad boys. Bad boys, but they never gave up on us. Second Baptist Church is where I grew up at. You all, that faith base, everything else will fade away. But that faith base, when you ain't got nobody else to look to or to talk to about your problem and those challenges that you face, you got it from Minister Heath and from his assistant that work here. What we are telling you all is something that we've been through. And then once you break through, you can't go back. You see, you all are pioneers. You all are pilgrims for this program. Now you're going to be held to a higher standard. You're on video now. Your friends are going to see you on there. And see, what your friends will do, those folks who call themselves your friends, they'll tell you, I remember when we used to, and always try to take you back there. But who I was is not who I am. So you all are wearing mortarboards now, gowns. Who'd ever thunk that several weeks ago when y'all came in? See, I'm sure you probably started with 30, but you all are the ones who survived. You are the ones who did the work. And see, excuses are monuments of nothingness. They build bridges to nowhere. Those who use those are masters of nothingness. So I don't care how long it took for you all to wake up. I know your parents, grandparents, friends have been pulling the string for a long time. Wondering, when is the light going to come on? When is the light going to come on? But finally, somebody touched your heart. Again, it takes men to raise boys. Amen. The light came on. And they made you understand that we are you. And you all can be us and even greater than who we are. For all those folks who are here today to support you, it's good to look out this room and know that we have hope. We don't have to cross the street when we see African-American boys walk across the street. We don't have to be afraid of our kids. We just need to reach out to them and let them know that there is hope. There is a chance, but to also let them know that it will not be easy. And I'll end with this. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure has turned about when they might have won had they stuck it out. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that y'all just can't quit. All the best. We're watching you. All right, all the best. God bless you.
Final place on my schedule here. There is someone else here that I want to have a minute to say something. Pastor Robertson, won't you go?
Only Mr. Adrian to do that. Reverend Heath. But to you young men, everybody in this room that's proud of them, let me hear you make some noise. You don't have to send y'all $50 to put on y'all books. You don't have to stand in the line to come and see y'all. You all have already done a great thing. Don't let your friends, don't let your booze, don't let your mama, don't let your daddy, your sister, your brother, your friend come to you with no mess. I forgot him on camera. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Don't let nobody tell you weird, queer, whatever the case may be, come to you with that happy stuff. Happiness is only going to be found within you. You got to believe in you, regardless to what anybody else says. People told me I was going to be like my daddy. I was going to be like my mama. Both of them were on drugs, unfortunately. But thanks be unto God from being brought up in the projects with a station wagon on the back of said Dion 74. God called me to speak his word. Wasn't about me. Where y'all are, I've been way worse than that. But if you have God in your heart, he can take you to places that the blaze is behind you. Your haters gonna still be sitting back there. While they still getting high, riding around, hitting everything they can hit. Whoops, excuse me, TV. Y'all can continue to be great. Have your own business, your own money, your own crib, your own everything. If you keep God first, there is no limit to where you can make it in life. Don't worry about what the songs say. Write your own music. Don't worry about what's on the video. Make your own video. How many of y'all friends on TV like y'all? How many of y'all friends that graduated another program like y'all? Keep your focus. Don't lose your focus. Don't go get no drink after this is over. Don't go get nothing to get you high after this is over. Stay high on Jesus, the only one that is able to keep you from falling. We all love you. We pray God's blessings upon you. And we all looking at y'all to see how great y'all gonna be so that we can call y'all to come do some work for us. Amen. And we can pay y'all the right way. Amen.
I got one more call. Come on, Pastor Perry. Put that camera down. Come on, say something to me, Lord. Well, you got friends.
Hey, that make me lose my
They know the way.
You know what they say when you give a preacher a mic. But I'm not going to preach. I just really want to just share with you this man here, when he came into my life. One of the things that he began to share with me was a burden. And I said, brother, you know, whenever God gives a vision, it comes on you as a burden. And many times we don't quite understand that burden. But I said, in order for the people to not perish, they have to have a vision. And you are the one that's going to give the vision. Otherwise, they will cast off restraint and they won't be able to control themselves. So he reminded me of Nehemiah when he came with the vision for these young men. And I said, brother, you know what? They have to have a mind to do the work. But you're going to have to put the thoughts into their mind. And you did exactly that. They got a mind to do the work. And it's just the beginning. I love him for what he is doing. He is not only doing something great for the community, but he is doing something great for each and every one of these young men. What a beautiful sight it is to see these young men who is just on fire to do something great for this city and for this neighborhood. Let's give God some praise for these young men and this young man.
All right. I did mention to you about Joliet Junior College coming out and doing a presentation to our class. And they talked to them about the horticultural program that they have at JJC. They talked to them about the landscape program that they have. They also shared with them some of the stats and statistics of how much they could make in the field. They talked about the various aspects of the field, because sometimes when people look at landscaping, they think all it is cutting grass. But there's designing, there's engineering, there's accounting, there's laboring, there's all facets, many facets in this area. And so they also, Joliet Junior College, invited us to bring all of these young men back out to JJC to view their horticultural and landscape program. And so we plan on taking them back out to do that. And we want to thank JJC for that. And I also want to acknowledge that Joliet Township High School provided the cap and gowns for these young men today. I wanted to acknowledge them and their help and their support. I have another friend here who I work with a lot. He also works for the city. Ozzy Barnes, won't you stand up there? Stand up, Ozzy. Ozzy and I have been contracted for the city of Joliet. He has Culpeper's Lawn Service, and I have A&R's Lawn Service. And Ozzy was there when I got there. I've been there about 14 years, so Ozzy been there, I don't know, probably close to 20. And so Ozzy, I asked him to come out today, take a look at these young men, and also to possibly take some aboard with him for some of the opportunities that he may have. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that with them later, but just briefly, I wish I could, again, like I said, place all of them, but I can't, and it hurts. But I will be able to place 3 of them. I will be able to place 3 of them for part-time for a while. And I'm going to ask Ozzy. I also took them to George's Landscaping on Mills Road, and they also have agreed to give it a interview with some of the young men here. And I've also taken them out to see some of the other landscaping companies around the neighborhoods. And when we're out and we're doing work and I see other trucks like Arbortech and different things, I let them know that could be them one day. They could own those companies. They could have people working for them and doing that. And so I just wanted to share that bit with you. And now it's time for us to really celebrate these young men. So we're going to move to our presentation portion, where we're going to provide the certificates. I need to call on one of my daughters. Do we have the certificates ready? Tom, won't you come up here, please? Okay. At this time, we're going to present our certificates to the graduates. And once you receive your certificate, I want you to stand right to our right here. Don't leave until I tell you, okay? Who do we have first? We have Alex Franklin. Let's give him a hand. Come on up here. Congratulations. Bless you. We have Demetrius Neighbors. The certificates say Certificate of Achievement. This certificate is presented to Demetrius Neighbors in recognition of RCM Connections Empowerment Ministry Program this 5th day of May 2016. Reverend Adrian Heath. Next we have Tyree Odell. Come on. What's the middle name? Tyree Odell Crater. He won't dock me. Be proud of that name. Next we have DeMonte Shelby. We call him DJ. Next we have Taquan Sims. And Taquan is the gentleman that is not here. His robe is over there, but again, he had to take his mother or someone to the airport today. So we're going to ask you to hold that job. And let's give Taquan a hand, even though he's not here. Let's give him a hand. He made it. He made it. Is any of his family or friends here, Taquan? All right. Next we have Cameron Tucker. Come on up here, Big Cam. Congratulations. Last but not least, Kenneth Ward. Give it up for Kenneth Ward. Congratulations. Okay, while these young men are standing here, there's a special presentation that some of these young men said that they want to make, and maybe all of them, to special someone in their lives. And so at this time, you may make that presentation to whoever that is. Before y'all sit down, if I may, can I get the photographer, once everybody has given their roles, to get a picture of Tom and I and the complete, all of the graduates? So if all of y'all will come back up here once you presented your roles. So, yes, right here on the stage. One more. Sure. Come on, give it up for somebody who came to the program, saw what was being done, and offered to help. Y'all hear me? Offered to help.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Well, I didn't prepare a speech either, but I'll say a few words. My wife actually works with Reverend Adrian, but he's promoted in my eyes now. He's the bishop tonight, so I will refer to him as the bishop. So she said, Larry, there's this powerful man of God that I work with. You need to get to know him. He's a great guy, and he keeps his office really neat and immaculate. But that was a crack on me because my office is not neat and immaculate. So I said, that's cool. So I got a chance to meet him, and he told me about the program. So I did volunteer, and I was able to attend a few of the classes early on, and I met Tom. And I mean, they really poured their heart into training the graduates. And for him to have the vision, and for him and Tom to take the time out to mentor these young men of color, you know, it touched my heart. So I thought I'd come. I got taken away. I was doing some other things, but congratulations to the graduates. and then to hear some of the testimonies of how it's taken them off the street, taken them away from drugs. So, I say to Tom, I say to Adrian, iron sharpens iron. So is a man who sharpens the countenance of his friend. I think we should really galvanize around this program and lend all the support, monetary, showing up, mentoring the young men. I think it's a phenomenal success, and I just thank you for letting me be part of it. God bless.
Today is a day where we have individuals that could have been out on the street doing anything, yet nobody is really acknowledging it except when it comes to the individuals that are closest to them. So what I want to make sure that I tell them is that a lot of times people aren't going to acknowledge you when you're doing the right things. And a lot of times, even though you're doing the right thing, people will also get mad at that. And they'll turn their back on you. But that don't mean that you have to stop doing the right thing. Because the truth to it is, a lot of people just don't care. And ain't nobody really going to talk about those things. But today, we're going to give a reality check. You have 7 young men that decided that regardless of what the situation is, they're going to go do the right thing. Before that, you had individuals that was day and night praying for those individuals, saying that they had and they did all that they could, and the only thing that they had was a belief in God. So they got down on their knees and they prayed. So we can't sit idly by when God answers prayer and act like nothing has happened. These men's lives have changed. And these could be 7 individuals that's out in the street terrorizing, tearing up, making sure that you understand that, you know what, I got a chip on my shoulder and there's a reason. Because somebody wasn't there for me. And I'm tired of crying at night. I'm tired of going without. And there's something that's accepting me, and it's called the streets. But now we have an organization that came out that answered your prayers. So we can't sit idly by and not support what's actually going on right before our eyes. Because if they had committed a crime, there'll be tears right now. If somebody was saying it's time to get some money together to pay for a funeral, there will be tears right now. So it's time to not only lift these individuals up, but also lift God up and recognize that prayers are being answered. And it's very, very real. Because when you look at Joliet and the state that it's in, it's not always a nice, positive thing. But you have 7 young men that decided that they're going to do something different with their lives. And they need your support. They need that constant, you got it. So guys, heads up real quick. I need you to understand that playtime is over. Yes, celebrate today. But tomorrow, this day would have passed. You have to go forward now, having now something to hold on to look back and say, you know what, regardless of everything in my life, I know I've done something. When it's time to go on to the next step, you got that step to step on to push you forward. Everybody is going to always be there for you. You're going to have sad days. There's going to be days that you want to quit. Remember this day. You was able to do it. You pushed through and you accomplished your goal. And can't nobody take that from you. Understand that we all need that, don't we? Amen. It's a lot of times we all want to quit, ain't it? Amen. But they did it. And we can do it too. It's called sticking together. It's called congratulating yourself. Understand it. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself a pat on the back, especially when everybody else trying to push you down. This is real. Okay? When you step outside those doors, life is going to hit you straight in the face. You got to be willing to take it. Y'all remember, you get docked, right? Life got a funny way of docking you. And sometimes you don't come back from it. So as you celebrate today, make sure that you're taking with you, not only that you've done this, but it's so much more that you can do. You have dreams. You have vision. You have ambition. You have drive. Look at what you can do with it. Look at what you can become. So I say to you, now it's time to move forward. And don't miss it. You can do it. You've proven that already. Now we only want to see what you're going to do next. Thank you.
Thank you, Alonzo. Alonzo also was one of the ones who came to our class and talked to our young men and helped out. So again, just enjoy your dinner right now. And after we get done with dinner, please don't leave before we have our closing remarks and prayer. Closing prayer, okay?
I just want to say, I want to thank Mr. Reverend Heath and Tom for getting me in this program and my family, letting me go to this program. Before I got to this program, I was in like a bad space, lost my house, car, everything. I was lost, and I went to church that Sunday, and my cousin called me later on that day, told me about this program, and I called Reverend Heath. And ever since then, I've been a better person for myself and the people that love me and everything. I just want to thank God, Reverend Heath, and all my family and friends for sticking by me and never giving up on me.
I'm the youngest out of all of them. My name is Kenneth, by the way. I want to thank Reverend Heath for it. It wasn't about the grass or the lawn maintenance program. It was, I really developed a brotherhood with these other 5 people. Although we're missing a few. I really developed a brotherhood with them. I could depend on them anytime I'm down or out or anything. We make each other laugh. We have great memories all the time. I really am thinking about coming back and building a company with them one day. Coming from our neighborhood, seeing drugs, violence, and stuff, this is really a good place to get out of all that and just come here and learn about the ropes about a business and everything. So I want to thank Reverend Heath and Tom for spending some time out their day to help us.
My name is Alex. First of all, I just want to thank the Meads for allowing us to use their place of business to meet. And I want to give a special thanks to Reverend Heath and Tom for this opportunity. They taught me a lot. It was more than just grass cutting. They taught me the ropes of coming up in the real world, being a black man. Life is hard, and there's many obstacles you're going to face, the barriers. But if you just focus on your goals, stick through, apply yourself, you can accomplish anything you want. I learned a lot here. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn. I'm just thankful for everything. I'm just going to touch up on a little bit about what I learned at the program. We basically learned about entrepreneurship.